Hello, brothers and sisters of light, and welcome to my live feed in which I talk about common sense. I try to keep it down and Indigo under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, something very. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people who like to smoke, people who like to drink, people like, hey, you watch up. That's like 90% of you. Please do not listen to my fucking crazy ass videos because listeners' discretion is advised. It may be a lot of topics that you may not agree with. Everything is subjective if you want to play it or not. Okay, you can prove information to me. I can prove information to you. We can talk back and forth. This is never a dull moment. The only time there's a dull moment is when someone's writing things down. Like I said before, have a piece of paper or a tablet or something or sticky notes to write things down because that's how I do my shit. I don't like talking about one particular topic all the time unless it starts losing interest. It starts losing its fire. Okay, it's like start losing its momentum. Okay, so I just want you to understand if you're using StreamYard, they will only allot you at least 20 hours, about 20 hours, about 3 hours at a time brackets. Okay, I think it's 4 hours. I don't know, but if you sign up and you don't pay, it's pretty expensive. So they want like $20 per month if you're paying annually, and they want $25 a month if you're paying monthly. Okay. Okay, so it's like annually you'll be paying a little bit more. You'll be paying a little bit less. But if you're paying monthly per month, it's $25, and that's pretty expensive. It should be less than that. And I was gonna put my money down for it. I was like, damn man, you mean to tell me you want to be $1 per hour? Okay, that's what they're saying. 20. As a matter of fact, $25 is like $1 per point 2 or some shit like that. You know, that's how they're getting your shit. I think they should just reduce that dramatically. It should be like $5 or $6, and that's what I wouldn't mind doing that. Okay. You should get extra. If for every hour you pay for this, you just give a bracket of how much you want. Another 20. You want another 20 hours. All you got to do is pay $5. Okay. Now, if you want more, they can increase it in increments, but they're not being reasonable. Probably they're being a little greedy. I don't know, but I think StreamYard is pretty good, and I have not found another one. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Notice that I basically try to round my mouth a little bit to get the masses of asses off. I talk about interesting topics that most people don't talk about. I don't break any policy. That's why I say listeners' discretion is advised. I try to get as many people off as possible. So my videos are still up to this day. That's how you title it. Okay, I think if you title it and say nigger or negroes or something like that, that's not acceptable because I got some of my videos struck down and they blocked my video simply because I put the word up there. You know, it's offensive to some sensitives. I don't like, if you're sensitive, you should get out of here. Sensitives and people who don't like asking questions usually destroy society. Sensitive people, let me repeat that again. Sensitive people and people who are not inquisitive, who don't ask enough questions to understand why that person thinks this way, destroy society. They're very liberal. They go on their emotions and they always say my way. Not understanding that this world is a beautiful, nightmarish world. Not understanding that we're living all in a prison planet. They don't understand that type of shit, okay? They're not very special as much as I am because I'm a schizo and they're not a schizo. So they don't have anything special to say. Have you ever noticed that crazy people usually have more truth than those people who think they know the truth, which follow the masses? Did you already know that? But anyway, today's topic will be about, so I've been talking for like 3 minutes and I got a lot of people off here. If you can't pay attention to me or something, get the hell out of here, please. Get the hell off of here, man. Now, sometimes my daughter may pop up on here, but it's not for children. Of course, it's not for children. But I teach my children the wordplay. They know the wordplay is something different, and they're going to be comedians, just like myself, because I'm a comedian. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm better than Dave Chappelle. I had 2 menage a trois. He probably never had no menage a trois. He never talk about female pussy and vaginas like I do. He never talk about gigoloing and shit like that. He's just on the white side of humor things. The white side. There's different types of humors, okay, peoples? But anyway, what we're going to talk about today is what is disrespect? Okay, we're going to talk about 4 things today, but what I got up there is basically charlatans. I got charlatans, the charlatans of the world, and also let me see what I gonna write down every little tiny thing. Women's buttons, okay, women's buttons, okay. When I mean by women's buttons, I'm like they can turn off at a whim, and I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. From my perspective, from the horse's mouth, most women tell me the same thing, and it's a pattern. And I believe it's going to be like that for every female. Some females will lie to you when they talk to you, but I've been a therapist for many hundreds of thousands of women in my past. But you don't have to believe me, okay? All right? You don't know my credentials. You don't know who I am. Ask questions, and you shall receive. Now, I'm going to be on here for only a half an hour, talking about this as fast as I can because I'm trying to save time and look cool at the same time and shit with my crazy ass with this Canera virus out and shit. And I'm like, holy shit. Also, I want to talk about who are the strongest niggas. The strongest niggas, Negus. Niggas means Ethiopian king. But of course, we don't give a fuck about the Ethiopian kings because they're not really Africans in the first place. They're Semites crossed between some bullshit, which they was basically used as fucking, sheep herdle, okay? Slaves having sex with slaves create Ethiopian people, okay? Now, let's go on to the subject. We're going to talk about what is disrespect, women buttons, how a woman can turn off her sexuality on a whim, okay? And also, we're going to talk about the strongest niggas. Okay, we're gonna start about how the charlatans and people in America can actually help the poor, which is the charlatans, which is related, and what is disrespect. Okay, so those are the 4 topics I really want to talk about. So, what is the topic y'all want to talk about today? So, as I said before, if you join up in here, please have something to talk about because I will listen to what you gotta say, dog. Go ahead, come here. What is it? Don't start fucking with me, baby. I'm on the video. You don't mess with me. I'm not on the video. Okay. You are. You want to come on the internet and say hello? You can say hello. All right. Okay. Now your children are allowed, with no kind of, penalties or anything, are allowed. Okay, as long as you're on there, okay, you're not abusing your child right there and there. Okay, you don't have to click all them buttons and shit like that. Unless the authorities see something in there, then they'll come towards you. Because my children are not being abused, so they're not gonna come towards me. My videos has been up for years, dog. Video, it's been years. I curse around my kids. That has nothing to do with abuse. I do not fuck with my kids like that. Okay, I do not abuse my kids in no kind of way. So keep them out of your mouth. Okay, you're okay. Okay, you have to read the rules. There's a whole lot of rules, and some people just can't read. But I'm gonna tell you what the rules mean when it comes to that children thing. What it's saying is that if it's not for children, label it like it's not for children. Okay, you don't necessarily have to put it like only restrict everything. You don't even have to do that. They'll do that for you. Okay. Here we go. How you been, man? What's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's good, man?
Not much, bro.
Yeah, this is the things I want to talk about today. I was telling people how this children thing is that some people get concerned. Their rules for children being on air. In a nutshell, it means that if you have a child on there, you're allowed to have the child on it, but don't in any kind of way abuse that child, or you'll be reported to authorities. You don't necessarily have to like push a button or anything. They'll do it for you. Guess I usually put mine for people's in blogs. Your child is allowed to be on the video screen as long as there's nothing abusive happening to the child, because you will be reported. Okay, there's a lot of videos on the internet that is not really made for children, but they usually to label it for them. They usually put age. Sometimes they don't even put age restricted. Did you notice that? Have you been to the internet and you've seen some videos that's not for children, but it seems to cater towards children? And they got a lot of quality in it, and I'm expecting innuendos and shit. Like I told you, that Super Mario shit. I saw my daughter watching some booty and shit. Booty. Peach has a peach booty. She got a fat little ass and shit like that. I was like, what the fuck is my daughter watching? And it didn't even happen. Yeah. I swear to God, it was a black guy's black voice. It sounded like a dyke. It actually sounded like a dyke or some kind of female who's high strung and kind of shit. And she made this video with Super Mario Brothers and Princess Peach being a virgin, and that ass is fat. And Luigi be like, okay, when am I gonna get some? When am I gonna get some? And I'm like, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna post it, but it doesn't say age restricted, but it's geared towards children. And I said, wait a minute. I'm like, hold it. How come this is not age restricted? This is not for children. And it's very sexualized, it's in a cartoon fashion. It's drawn, somebody hand drawn it. It's very sex appealing. It's very appealing. It shows that Princess Peach is a virgin. It tells that Princess Daisy is another virgin, a tomboy, but she has experience. It talks about a whole lot of different things, but there's a lot of things on YouTube you don't have to worry about because they're going to do it for you anyway. So if I have too much time with my kids on the video, they're probably going to put age restricted or some shit like that. I don't know. You know how YouTube algorithms are. I say y'all don't have to worry about that. I read all the information. It just says that don't abuse your child while you're on the fucking internet. That's all it is. I don't abuse my children. My child comes up here. She's allowed to say hello. Okay, I'm mostly on this video. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's today's topic today? I'm gonna try to talk about 4 things. I'm gonna try to keep it under an hour because StreamYard is only going to give you 20 hours per month. Okay. and it's very expensive to pay $25 per month because they're like saying $1 per hour or some shit. You know, they should just basically say, if you want extra time, $5 for extra $20 because it's free. When it's free, you get 20 hours, right? Okay, but when
Use a
you pay,
different.
huh?
I said use a second account.
Yeah, but they're gonna link your accounts because I want to keep my account on to Martha's knowledge. So if you try to put that account onto another account, it's gonna find out. You understand? If you use
Damn.
another, it links it, and then you know what they did? StreamYard
What?
blocked my Facebook account, which I was using StreamYard at one time because it was blocked off. If Facebook blocks your account, it blocks off StreamYard. Isn't that some shit?
What the fuck?
Yeah, they blocked the StreamYard for that old account that has been blocked. Let me mute this right here. Okay, here we go. I'm getting too many messages from foreigners. But you know what? We was talking to what's his name? Garvey? Niggas Garvey?
Booty Gravy.
Huh?
Booty Gravy. His name is Booty Gravy.
I know I got a rock head, but he got a really rock head. He got a skull inside of his head. Okay, or some shit. Okay? You call it watermelon head? He don't understand the history of America. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the strongest niggas. Means Negus. Niggas means Ethiopian king, if people don't know about it. But really, when white people take things, you know, they copy things and change the word. Okay, you know, Niger and nigger. Okay, you know, Negro. Okay, they just you already know what they play. Well, what do you think about them?
I think that if I looked up correctly, the old maps of Africa had Nigeria as Negro land.
For real?
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, they had, you know, that's the same. That also consisted of Niger too. You know, Niger is a country.
Yeah, this is actually pronounced Niger.
Yeah, exactly, Nigeria. Yeah. And then Nigeria, they were once one country, and they were both called Negro land. So they changed the name over time to just say Nigeria. See, it's the same thing. Negro land, Nigeria. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But usually, you know, there's a lot of negative stigma to that name. When you see Niger or Niger, it means dirty individual, a scruffian or something like that. I say, well, let's ignore that because niggas have the biggest penises, so we're still living.
It can mean whatever you want it to mean at this point.
Huh?
It can mean whatever you want it to mean at this point.
That's right, because nobody gives a fuck now. Oh yeah, hey, somebody popped up. We always if you're in the chat box and you say something, we're gonna mention your name. And I know who you are, Matthews, Raphael, Niggas, Estophilos. No African Semite land is treated. And Tigray Askum Empire. I don't understand a word you said. I just know Ethiopian people types are Semite type people. And you are not fully African. Case closed. And look, the way you look right now, did you see his face, right?
He like a lesbian.
He like one of the girl boys that's from China.
He look like a lesbian, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? You told me he liked to sit up the ass, and you know, you could tell a nigga from a crossbreed. You could now I'm no racist now here. You could tell because they have a gay gene, and they're not gonna tell y'all about it. It usually resides in Milanos the Crackers. Okay, I say Milanos the Crackers all the time, and I'm gonna tell you to play clear. It's not racist about me. Use common sense. Who's more likely to be a homo? White people. Okay? So you could see that he has it in his blood, but it's okay. Okay, you say not even baptized or born in Ethiopia like me. If you're born in Ethiopia, that's my point. You're not African. Okay,
you still have. Tell him you still have an Ethiopian wife. He'll be jealous, bro. I think he's jealous. He's jealous of the fact you got it.
I think he knows I have an Ethiopian wife. He saw my videos. I tell guys all the time that I'm the real McCoy. I'm the niggas who went over your country and went to Ethiopia and talked to hundreds of women over there. And I made my determination of most of that country. If you go to the developed country, Addis Ababa, I know. I speak 22 words in the Harmony, right? Niggas, Raphael niggas, right? I told you before, those women are no longer virgins. They do not follow the traditional means of African tradition. African tradition means checking of the womb, checking of the hymen. They used to have this thing where they stick an egg in a female. Did you see this, Rad? They'll stick the egg in a female. And if the egg don't come out bloody, okay, then she basically is not a virgin no more. And then they exile her. Now, I don't know what tribe that is. I know Africans are very strict when it comes to a female's virginity. Okay.
Yeah, because I was wondering what country can I go to? You know, I'm like, dang, ain't no hope.
Yeah, you have to go to an underdeveloped. Like after you leave Addis Ababa, which is the capital of Ethiopia, I traveled to Addis. I traveled to Adama Nazareth. My wife, that area was completely you know, you know, you want to say aboriginal area. It's like completely underdeveloped. Shit holes is everywhere. There's no toilet system. There is nothing there. The only thing they have to rely on is their electric. So I'm not talking about
Matthios?
huh?
You hear that, Matthios? I'm talking to Matthios right now. I'm telling him
He can't pay attention. Mattios don't hear me. The only thing he cares about is his sugar daddy paying him as he's being fucked. He said that to me. He said that to me. Now I can't show the video. I can't show the comment section, but live you can probably see it if you go on the separate. If you just take it secondary page, you can actually open it up and you can see everything that person written in the live feed. You have to open up the live feed. When you go on the YouTube, you can actually open up two separate comment sections. That's the live feed and the other section. When the video is done, you can comment afterward. Okay.
oh, good. Yeah, but Matthios sound like a sissy, and he's just mad, man. He need to get his white boyfriend, his white sugar daddy, to give him some stuff. What are you saying? You wish you could have one, but white gays usually write no blacks. What? He can't even write English.
Write a proper sentence, man. I swear, when you read it, read back what you're saying. All right, is what you're saying appropriately spoken? Okay, I'm like,
this nigga using that like, late. Oh, he's saying more stuff. You are not.
You wish you could have one of my white gays. You wish you could have one of my white gays usually write no blacks. What? Okay, and then you are not welcome at the table of Adios. I believe Adios should only give reparations to those who are incarcerated wrongfully because of racially discrimination if they're already in jail. Okay, if there's people still living, then they should get some reparations, just like the Native Americans. Native Americans got land. Did you know that? Small parts, they still exist, and they still in power and getting drunk. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's not the full truth, man. I mean, they were pushed to different land that wasn't theirs.
Uh-huh.
So
sad. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, weird shit. But you know, I tell people all the time, black people aren't the only ones that went through shit, but at the same time, they did go through shit. But at the same time, we're not going through it. But at the same time, all of that's true. All of that shit is true. So the truth is somewhere in between when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to take the middle road.
Mm-hmm. We tried to talk to the one guy from Nigeria. How is it that African blacks are more superior than all the other blacks all across the world? How is that possible, Rad? How old are you anyway? As a matter of fact, I never asked on the air. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 20.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I don't think anybody's more superior. I think that we've done more. Well, it depends. I can't say we're not, but I'm gonna say I don't know. There's differences, okay? I'm not gonna say which is better or worse, but in some ways,
break it down, man. Break it down.
Okay. In some ways, we're more superior in that, you know.
You said in some ways. Yeah, that's incorrect today.
What do you mean? So you would disagree?
I believe that most Africans in America are far too superior than other countries because I've actually visited Ethiopia. I've actually visited those countries. I've actually talked to a lot of individuals, males predominantly, in their countries, and they tend to have this feminine energy that I can't relate to because I'm from America and you was raised in the hood, right? So I don't understand how they talk sometimes when they say that the woman is queen. Okay, see, I don't understand that shit because niggas don't talk like that over here. Okay, so when there are a lot of guys, go ahead.
They do now. They start calling them. I hate that shit. But you know, in some ways, I say they're superior. In some ways, not all Africans. You know, East African men are very weak, and you know, on all of that. But you know, in some ways, that they're superior in one way I should name, in that they stuck to tradition. Okay, that's a very important part.
Well, from my experiences from Ethiopia, living there for 2 years, they don't stick by tradition. They only sticking by what they can do.
Not Ethiopia. I said not Ethiopian men because the Ethiopian men are weak. So of course they couldn't stick to tradition because the men will allow the women to run over them. Of course.
Yeah, but listen to this. That Nigerian guy, he showed me a picture of his woman and shit. And I also talked to a guy from Ghana. I also talked from the guy from the UK. And 9 times out of 10, they don't know what tradition is because it's been lost by the white man. when the white man enters the land and their nationality is English, it's all over. It's all over. The only way you can find true tradition, if you go to underdeveloped, when I say under twice, that means it's like, you know, the country is not fully developed. You see that white people was there. You see that Russians was probably there. You see that they integrated themselves. But there's another section. You seen the tribes of women and their titties and hanging and shit like that, and they're all virgins. You remember that video with all them Africans, the virgins and shit like that? That is tradition. They do believe in polygyny. Once a guy tells me that polygyny is wrong, then they are no longer African to me. They are no longer. They have been brainwashed. They have not been looking. They're looking at their Bible. They don't even understand the Bible. And 9 times out of 10, if you talk about religion, they will definitely follow it. Jesus.
Yeah, especially look, Garvey, that nigga Nigerians love Christianity so much. Oh my God. They have it's like a mental illness. Like, you see the kind of shit that they do over there? This dude was praising Joel Osteen all the way in Africa. Can you believe that?
Oh, you talking about the Garvey guy?
Yeah. He was praising Joel.
Did you know he's institutionalized? Do you know he's highly intelligent? He talks these sophisticated words that you don't really need to use. I said that you could be smart, but you don't have to sound. I've been called white. I've been called Oreo, but I'm just like, his level of mental is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. He have talked to me on a different occasion. Stop. Look at him. She making noise for no reason. Why are you making that noise? Huh?
Bro, I like how you're not ashamed of your house, bro.
Huh?
I like how you're not ashamed of your house, bro. You got mattresses laying everywhere.
You say what?
You got mattresses and shit laying everywhere, bro.
I like to have sex everywhere. What the hell? My daughters go in the other room. I close the door when they're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
I got mattresses. I got mattresses in my bathroom. I got mattresses in my kitchen. Okay.
True. Oh man. But that dude, he can't talk nothing. The dude in the comment section, he can't be talking nothing about about black people because he gay. He's sleeping with a white dude. What he got to say?
And on top of that, he being fucked by a white dude. Look what he said. He said, we superior.
Beta male. Look, listen to me.
He said, we're superior because we have culture. But Americans' culture is, what do you mean? You comparing your culture to American culture? What are you saying? I said, our language is more superior.
What are you talking about?
Than French. Our language is more superior than French and English-speaking African nations. Does that make any sense to you?
He needs to learn English. He needs to learn the most superior language in the world because he don't understand shit.
But he's writing to us in English. He's writing to us in English.
Exactly.
This is the catch. I'm like, why do these Ethiopians talk to me in English, but they call it a slave language? What is so important about the goddamn language that you want to use YouTube and Facebook, which is predominantly controlled by the goddamn English? Why?
Exactly. It's the greatest language ever made. Everybody got to admit that.
Did you know that if you write any other language, you know how hard it is to write their language? It's like beautiful art. Don't get me wrong. I do not hate on the older language. You can tell it's old because there's so much emotion in it. It's like you could move it around and stuff.
They carved it in stone. You can tell they carved that shit in stone because the way,
Did you know in Ethiopia, their language, they have 36 alphabets. I think it's 32 alphabets. 32 alphabet. And I told them there is more syllables. And I love you. Okay, you say to shallow. Okay, that's 3 syllables. But sometimes close the door. See, let's look up. Close the door. Buru ni ziggy. You see how many syllables you need extra and how many words you need? You need a ton of more words to express the English language. They don't even have computer in their language. Even Chinese, they don't have the word computer in their goddamn language. Even the Japanese don't have the word. They don't have the technological savvy words just to replace the words because it's not a technology race. The only race that's come close to white people are the Orientals, and that's it.
True. That's true. That's facts. A lot of people don't know that Asians could have took over the world if it wasn't for Europeans. And
look at Genghis Khan and some other ones. Some of them were wicked as hell. Some of them had brothers and sisters that was building skulls and shit, ass fucking palaces and shit. And I'm like, we talking about the most superior races on the planet. Now, don't get me wrong. Do you know why niggas ain't extinct? Do you know why niggas ain't extinct like the dodo? Did you know the reason? Do you know?
Strong immune systems. Duh.
Huh?
Because of strong immune systems. Duh.
Not necessarily. I believe it's just, the penis sizes, okay, and our rhythm and blues, okay. Because honestly, listen, it says the reports show that Congo had the biggest penises, right? So if you water trickle it down, that black chocolate, that black log, okay, is much more erotic than the white log. And the white log is like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And Oriental is like,
yeah, if you look at all the statues, art and shit, yeah, you're right.
And you're gonna need that gokong, okay, in order to procreate a little bit better, like horses, because that's what white people do. They take animals, they take black people from Africa, the strongest ones now. Remember, they take the strongest ones now. There ain't no weak motherfuckers there. Now, I'm not talking about people like me, and probably like yourself. We are kind of like watered down versions of the Negro. But if you look in the NFL, if you look in the NBA, the motherfuckers are taking over. Those motherfuckers are taking over, but nobody talking about that shit. Nobody talking about how blacks are worth $2 trillion in America, who's way more. The poorest black in America is richer than most of the blacks in other countries. Hands down. And
exactly. That's why we got to sleep with the white man. See, that's why Matteo got to sleep with the white man right there.
There you go. It's all about money. Any person who's a crossbreed in a certain particular area in Africa, if you are a gay person, they will slay your ass. Do you know that shit? Matthios? They will slay your ass because that's a Roman Greek Hellenization type of sexuality that they will not fuck with. Okay, they will not fuck with that shit.
He get his cheeks busted.
Yeah, and on top of that, they don't believe. He said he says polygyny is wrong according to Habesha. I don't give a fuck about the Habesha. They're not African.
He's wrong, but he gay. What the fuck? How does that make sense?
I'm saying, right?
He retarded. He been brainwashed.
He believe in the Bible, man. Trust me. He believe in the Bible. He believes a Christian too.
Yeah, he believe in the Bible. He a clown. It's as simple as that. Even Garvey believe in the Bible. I don't know why Africans so religious. Like, I don't get it. Like, the white man bring their religion over there and make everybody religious as fuck. It's retarded.
Did you know in Ethiopia, they only have a small sector spots for Muslims to pray. And the motherfuckers pray real loud over there at 3 a.m. I swear to God.
Instead of birds, Muslims.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Turn that shit down. It's 4 a.m.
Over here we got birds. Over here we got birds in the morning, chirping. Over there they got Muslims praying.
And they are loud. I said, yo, man. I went over there. Yeah, Lord. This is 3 a.m. I'm like, are they taking over? No, there's far more Orthodox Christians over there. There's far more Orthodox. They wear that cross, and I talked to a couple of them, Budikin and Habesha female. I recorded them. You know what they say to me?
What?
They say, I say, Edibana, they want to come to the hotel with me. That's the same. They go to the churches. They go to them churches. They just go there to fit in with everybody else. That's it.
Exactly. Just like the women over here, bro. Just like the women over here. They go to church and then just be some crazy freaks. Be going, the pastor be going with everybody.
Mm-hmm. And I keep telling, this religion shit has to stop because people are such hypocrites and shit. They're such fucking hypocrites. They don't want to read it. So all they think is like, we believe in Jesus. My wife is always listening to that shit. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck who she's listening to. If I want to take the shit away, I'll take it away. Okay? But I just let her listen to it. I keep saying, you're falling into depression. You're wasting your time, right? And I keep telling people who are religious, get out of that shit and start doing something with your life. It's only a tool. Okay? It's only a tool. Go ahead.
I have better things to do on Sunday, okay?
You can be with your family, you can go out to the park or something like that. I don't want to go to church and they regurgitate the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. And I can read the shit. I can read whatever they saying. Why do I need that? Why do I need them to interpret the Bible for me? I can read. I'm not like Matteo over here who can't read worth of shit. I can I can fucking read. I don't need the pastor to do it for me.
Mm-hmm. I tell people all the time, I say, this is how the world can be helped. So this is on to the next subject. We already know why we got the strongest genes is in America. I don't consider myself one of the strongest niggas, but I know my penis is bigger than most Ethiopians. I know that's a fact. But other than that, you go over to Ethiopia, the Ethiopian women tell me this. They always tell me their penises are smaller. I asked them that specific question. I said, have you ever dealt with your own people? What do they deal with European men? Why? Why did they keep losing their virginity with your? This one chick, she was fine as hell, man. Fine as hell. I said I wanted to get her pregnant the first day, but then when she told me she lost her virginity to a European man, I'm like, God damn, man. Jesus. And then she said, I said, what happened to the guy? At least
so
I'm like, what happened to the guy? What happened to the guy that you fucked? She said, oh, he just left and went back home and never returned. I'm like, that's sad. That's fucking sad, man.
That's what they need. They need strong fathers over there too, man. That's because her daddy was weak, couldn't protect her. That's what it was about.
As a matter, my wife's father looked like fucking Shaka Zulu. I swear to God, he stood like 7 foot tall.
They were scared to sleep with her because look, the daddy would come around and chop him up with a machete. Okay,
he had a machete, but I wasn't afraid because I know magic and shit. So I just go up in his house. I said, you know what I'm here for, and he was like, okay, you welcome me in. I remember that one time, I think her dad tried to test me. I said, I know dogs very well. I know to communicate with dogs very well. So if you got a Rockwell and you train the dog to actually attack black people, that dog probably is not going to attack me. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, that dog was barking at me ever since I got to that gate. And I said, let me prove to you that this dog is a wimp. Let me prove to you. He said, no, he didn't want me to be alone with the dog. He didn't want it. Did not force myself. I closed the door and then I said, yeah, don't worry. If it bites me, you're not responsible. If it bites me, don't worry. You let the dog off the chain. So he let the dog off the chain. I went out in the fucking yard with the dog and the dog was like, because I was ready for that dog to try to bite me, but it didn't bite me. But once the dog is once the dog was retrained back up, the dog started barking at me. That's a lot of dogs. That's a lot of fucking dogs.
Yeah, it is. Damn. Yeah, you there's a lot of at one point there was a lot of stray dogs in the neighborhood. Every time there's stray dogs, they never actually do anything. They just all bark. They'll walk up.
If a dog ever chases you, turn around. All you do have to do is turn around and go, oh!
Yeah, my dad did that.
If you do that to the dog goes, I said, I did this shit. I remember I had a puppy in Ethiopia. Her name was Mucha. I had a puppy, and then my dog got free by accident because I was walking my dog in Ethiopia, man. Dog came chasing after my dog. She got free somehow. I don't know. I think my wife was holding her because it wouldn't get free with me. And if I wouldn't know who the hell that dog was. And I jumped in between the dog and my dog. That dog stopped in his tracks like, and it ran away. It fucking ran away. My wife was shocked. She said, what is wrong with you? I said, why would I be afraid of a dog, okay? As fast as I am. I'm going to get bit by no dog. Are you crazy? They ain't going to eat my dog. That's my dog, okay? That's my little puppy dog. I still got dog, man.
You know why? Look, my dad told me a story that when he was young, a dog was chasing him after school or something, and then he turned around and said, "Allah Akbar." He yelled Allah real loud, and then the dog got scared and ran away. Yeah, that's true. Most dogs are cowards.
Yes, that's a fact. And if the only type of dog you're gonna watch out for is even the big dogs are pussies. The dogs you gotta watch out for is if a white master is training that dog and he trained that dog to attack black people, or a cop or a police dog. Be careful. They do not fuck around. Those dogs are professional cops and they will attack you on whelm. Okay. And let's see a white person who's a cop and they got the dog. Just stay away. I saw dangerous shit on video camera. They were ruthless. They know how to get your legs. They know how to attack your arms. You better have some sort of protection on you. If you have if you just with your skin and running like a nigga, just wait. Pause, man. Wait a minute. The dog will get you. I'm gonna tell you right. I've seen so many times with guys that's bleed to death because of the dog. They don't have no armor protection. They don't have no kind. Just wear a jacket with something.
Leather jacket.
Something. Wear a jacket. If you're a criminal, wear something on your legs or something because if that dog bites you, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't got no protection. I saw so many times where niggas get cut up and then bit up in the blood because they don't have no jacket. They didn't have nothing. That's fucked up. It's nasty, man.
They try to dress like CJ from San Andreas and get fucked up by a dog.
But let's talk about this goddamn charlatans and shit. How can the fuck I talked to my wife about this. I talked to my brothers about this. I say all of the time, man. If there's any homeless you see in the streets, I don't give a fuck if they're mentally ill or not. The 1% of the population in America can easily handle that. Immediately. There should be no poor, no poverty, no nothing in America. The reason why we have poverty and shit in America is because of ignorance and greed. What do you think about that?
That's true. But you got to understand that those same people who you thinking about helping would do the same thing to you. They would be those greedy people too. So the tables could be reversed and they'll still be the same greedy people. So they all have the same nature. It's just that some of them happen to not win. Okay, but they'll do the same thing if they were rich too.
Yeah, my hoe was talking to me about this bullshit. She like to hang up on me when I got a point. I said that, you know, Joe Osteen, TB Jakes, Joyce Myers, just Joel Osteen himself and TB Jakes is enough to help out at least half of America. Okay, and she told me, she tells me, what about the churches? I said, fuck the churches. Look at what they got. Do they got mansions? Are they doing like Peter Popoff? Are they driving a $1 million, $2 million jets? Huh? What do they have? If he makes $30 million a year, right? Joe Osteen. Okay, I think he makes $40 million. I'm sorry, maybe 40. And I'm like, yo, where are you putting that money back? Where's that money going, man?
In his pockets.
And that's just one person. That's one person. Okay. Imagine all of the people that he can take land. There's plenty of lands in America that's empty where homeless people can go, and you can just advertise it. You could and then my hoe tells me, oh, if they don't advertise. You know why they don't advertise, right? Do you know why they don't advertise? Because they're gonna lose money.
Exactly.
A person who's a charlatan cares about their money. I don't care about being rich. If I ever got rich, I have to give it away so other people can do the same as I have done. And if I've done it, at least be respectful and try to help me out if I'm poor ever again. No one should be poor. No one should fucking be. If people live by their means, we would never have any poor. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of middle class people are poor because they live beyond their means. They buy too much shit. I
tell my brother, I say, you making $30,000 a year? Or you don't tell me you're making $30,000 a year. You got 2 kids. I don't give a fuck how much it costs house. I don't care how much your house costs. Don't tell me that, and then you can't help out your fellow brothers. Don't talk to me. Okay, I know what the salary is. I know how much you're making. I know how much you're putting down in the houses. You like Susie Osmore. Okay, you remember Susie Osmore? They consider her a fraud because basically she was just talking common sense and selling it. I talk to people all the time about Susie Osmore type of strategies, the pinch pennies and shit. But if you make it less than $10,000 a year, and you invest it like I have, I used to put aside $2,000 every year just to see if that 2,000 would flip. It never really happened because people will bamboozle you. They will bamboozle you. You'll spend like I used to spend so much money to try to see how I can stay home and try to help people at the same time. You're not really gonna find that. That's very hard to do, man. You gotta search your products and resell it and shit, and then people will try to take you for granted and shit, and they never sell if you don't know what you're doing. And even if you get professionals to do it, you know?
I got a friend who does real estate, right? And you're right. But the thing is, it's like he sells houses and try to flip them and shit like that. But the problem is people realize, hey, you're not the owner of this house, and they can come fucking with you. So it's a lot of scamming. He scams, okay? That's a scam shit he running, okay? But he don't know that though. So he think he's just gonna be smooth the whole time. I'm like, this dude is bullshitting. Okay, everything. Listen, any get rich quick scheme is a scam. I learned that myself. It's a scam.
Mm-hmm. If you want to do something at home, it got to have a low overhead, and you got to have professionals doing your work for you. So I believe that if there's some kind of way that professionals can help you out, you pay the professionals. First, you start off with the initiative, and then you pay the professionals. Now, the professionals should guarantee your money back. If they don't give you your money back, that could make a bad reputation for that business. And I have put my money where people are supposed to be professionals, and I never got my money back. 60%. 60 to 70% most likely. You can trust them all you want. You can look at all those fucking YouTube advertisements all you want, and hey, you get scammed. Exactly. And you never see that money again. I remember the most I spent on a business was $2,000 something. Never got my money back. It didn't work, okay? Twice. I think it was twice. It was a money level marketing thing. It was Herbalife. You ever heard of Herbalife?
Yeah.
And that you have to really be out there. You gotta go on the street and do shit like that. I say, fuck that. I would never spend that much money again, ever. Okay.
Smart. But the thing is, though, what did the voices tell you to do in this situation? I'm always curious to know what they tell you.
Man, don't talk to me about that. They talk stupid shit. Like the dark one said, hey man, you should kill your wife. You should kill a cat or a dog or some shit like that. You should go chop off part of your pinky toe or something because you don't need your pinky toe. And it talks some crazy shit like
Yeah,
You know,
did you
one
know
time.
that children can regrow the tips of their fingers?
You say what?
Did you know that children could regrow the tip of their fingers if you cut them?
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but but let me show you proof. It's a fingernail that helps it grow. But guess what? You ever see somebody who always bites their nails and their
Yeah.
fingers are short and their fingertips are real small?
Mm-hmm.
That's because the size of the fingernail determines the size of the fingertip. So if you see somebody that never bites their fingernails, they have long fingertips because their fingernails determine the growth of their finger, the whole finger. Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting as hell, though. So,
Yeah.
Matios was laughing at my voices. Usually, people who laugh at my voices usually have a catastrophe coming their way. So, I advise you to be careful. I believe in some sort of I believe in magic a little bit because I believe that certain places I go to and shit, and I'll
Say
say some shit, and when this happens, he
he
laughing at
wanna
my voices. I say my voice is a Holy Spirit. It ain't my fault that I hear them.
take
Okay.
away your children. He wanna
Huh?
molest your children. He talking
Yeah.
about taking away.
I know he's a pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gay, so you obviously know what he's into. Him and his white boyfriend, his white sugar
Mm-hmm.
daddy.
Yeah, but you know how America is right now. America will allow anything to occur right now because we got effeminate male traits who are on the panel and shit, and they like to talk. So emotional people, they just automatically listen to the emotional people, especially if they're homos and if they're white. If they're light skinned, they're gonna have it. They're gonna have a ticket. They're gonna get a ticket. Okay.
Oh yeah, exactly. But they want to pump that diversity shit, so they got a little brown faggot like oh boy, Matios.
Mhm.
Okay, they got a brown.
He's afraid to pop up on here because
Exactly.
his boyfriend would not allow black cocks to talk to him. We're black cocks. I'm a professor. I do porn and shit. He don't know who the hell I am. He don't know you.
Well,
He don't know you at all.
I'm not a threat. I'm not involved in that shit.
He want a black cock. So he better not pop up on here because his boyfriend might kill us all.
Wait, ain't he black? Can he just go fuck himself?
Shit. No, he can't fuck himself. He ain't black no more. If he that yellow. Okay, he ain't black no more.
He said he habitual light skin. No, you're just no, you're not Matios, you're not habitual, you're just a bitch.
Oh man, I tell you, man. Look at that. You look like a girl. At first, I was gonna fall in love. I was like, "Are you a light skinned bitch with the hair and shit?" I was like, "Oh no, I didn't know." Now he tells me he's gay and shit. I was like, "Oh, I can't see."
He gonna get a sex change just
He looks like a girl from a distance, right? So when you look,
like a girl, trying to look like a dude. He look like a dyke.
I couldn't see it though at first.
Look, you found love. See, look. That why he's sleeping with his white boyfriend so he can get a sex change. Just like those bitches sleep with those rich dudes so they can get boob jobs. He gonna get the operation too. He gonna get a sex change with that boyfriend's money he got.
And I say, hey, you know, I think people don't understand something. Disrespect. I'm gonna talk about disrespect here. Disrespect is simply not wordplay. Like Italians used to kill you if you disrespect them or talk about them and shit like that. But in reality, if you just can't handle wordplay, then basically you can't handle comedy and you get your feelings hurt. You should not even be on a social network. You should just stay out of sight because that is a dangerous motherfucker. That's what changes society. Sensitive people stick in the muds. They change society because they get hurt. Like you saw that Ben Sharpio and he was with that transsexual on the air. And then he put his hand on him. You know, that trainee actually abused him. He abused him by putting his hand on him. The Atifa terrorist, you know, they have to be all thrown in jail and shot. Okay. But, you know, when you have to do things like throw things and you got to fit, like niggas in the hood. There's niggas in the hood who are the same way. If a cracker goes in the hood and say nigga, 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 you know what I'm saying? I think they just fight back. Let's say cracker, 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 cracker. Let's say that. Let's go back and forth with it because it's a waste of time. I'm gonna shoot you because I can't handle your words. You know, disrespect is nothing but like if you like you're trying to defame someone's character, like through the law system or some shit. Because you're speaking negative, you're lying about who they are. So that's disrespectful. That's mean because you're using the law and they're listening to you. Like women who go into the law and say, okay, they lie. That's disrespectful, okay? Because you didn't do none of those things, okay?
Right. Disrespecting is just lying.
Yep, and you go into courts and you're trying to make sure their life is miserable because you can't talk back. You can't obey, okay? Because life is about obeying. It's all about obeying the right master. If you don't obey the right master, you don't get nothing, okay?
Exactly. Facts. That's what I've been saying, man. Respect is to me, it just means acknowledgement. When you respect somebody, you acknowledge them. That's what it means. Okay. When your wife respects you, she acknowledges that you're the head of the household. She acknowledges that you're the man. She acknowledges that you have testosterone and she has estrogen. She acknowledges that you are smarter, that you're more clever. She acknowledges that you that you control, that you're security, that you're the backbone of the house. She acknowledges that you're the head. So all respect is just acknowledgement. Okay. And
yeah, but once that respect goes out of the window, when a person gets seasonal, they change. They don't want to make a negotiation, say, hey, I'm tired of this, and let's start a way so I can get a divorce or something. They don't talk reasonable to you. They do things behind your fucking back. That is disrespect because you're doing it and it's clever. You're trying to be sneaky and shit.
That means no longer acknowledging you. That means they're not acknowledging you anymore. And that's disrespect. That's the definition of disrespect. To no longer acknowledge that he's the rightful leader of the household. That's not acknowledgement. That's disrespect.
Now, Marios is talking some bullshit. He said he is broke. I said, it's better to be broke than be rich. Did you know that? Not broke like sitting in a shelter. I don't live in a shelter. I got my own money. Okay, this is my retirement money. You could pay me and help me with my studio, Marios, but we ain't fucking, okay? Because I ain't no homo.
You don't want AIDS.
Shit, the homosexuals, light-skinned motherfuckers spread the AIDS virus, but they always try to talk about a nigga in the hood. Don't talk about those niggas in the hood. Those niggas just like straight up pussy. Don't try that shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I ain't talking about all those niggas because some of the rappers, they have to get fucked up the ass, like Birdman and shit, and Lil Wayne and shit like that. And also Eminem, because people don't talk about this shit. Okay, you got to get fucked up your ass if you down, especially Bad Boy records and all that shit.
All the major rappers and shit, all the hood dudes are, because hood culture is tied to prison culture, which is tied to gay culture. So now it's a complete 360 now that is right back around the circle. Gay now hip hop culture is gay culture too now. You notice that? Because they got a lot of rappers and shit wearing colorful beads, wearing dresses. It started with the colorful beads and the sagging.
That mumble shit is fucked up. That's
because first it was sagging. Yeah, exactly. First it was sagging. You remember sagging. Then it was beads, colorful beads, and I was like, I already know what's next. Niggas in dresses, and that's exactly what fucking happened. They got tattoos.
That was going to happen. I did not think that was going to happen, man. I really said there would never be a day where I see a nigga in a dress unless he's getting paid or fucked. And then it happened, okay? But the thing is that it could just be for fashion and show. I hope he's not getting fucked, but he probably is, okay? He probably is getting fucked.
These people do it, like TMZ and paparazzis just catch them wearing dresses for no reason. Nobody's telling them to do it. It's not a music video. They just doing it because that's their style. They dress up like women as a style.
Let me ask you a question. Would you wear a dress for $2 million if you could just show yourself one time on a year? I'm gonna ask you that question.
For $2 million?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's $2 million though. You got to think about that.
Yeah. I talked to my brother about this. I said that it ain't got nothing to do. Don't get me wrong. As long as I'm not being fucked, I don't give a fuck. It's $1 billion. I would never be fucked today. So that's the whole thing. I would never be fucked for like $10 million, $10 billion. I'm not a money person, but if like Eddie Murphy, Eddie Griffin, and all. Not Eddie Griffin. He would never wear a dress. But Eddie Murphy's more funnier than fucking Eddie Griffin. Okay, and you got individuals who wear dresses and they're way more richer. Okay, but the thing is that you're doing it for money, but you only get one shot. Okay, you don't need to worry about if you want to try to make. You look at Medea. Look at him. He's a multi-billionaire, right? It's a Medea. How much did Medea makes?
Medea. Tyler Perry. He make a lot of money, but the thing is about him, he's from where I'm from. I know for a fact that nigga gay. You want proof?
You think he's gay?
Yeah. Okay. Want proof? Because he been making money. He been making millions for years, and he was still dressing up like Medea. What sense does that make?
Okay. I think his shows are pretty good on the show, on the stage. But when you make those movies, I didn't like the movies. The movies are not like raunchy like the TV show on the stage. And the stage is much better. On the movie theater, okay, it looks kind of dried down, watered down. That's all.
Yeah.
Hollywood. I don't think he's gay. I don't think he's gay. It's because he spoke about how his abuse. He was abused. It may look like he kind of gay. Yeah. Yeah, he does kind of like that fruity little.
Not only that, look, he looked up to his auntie, right? And I think he's embodying his auntie, right? Psychological. Let's not talk about his sexuality. Let's talk about purely psychological. What's going on up here for him? I know that he's embodying his auntie who used to save him from a lot of abuse. Not all of the abuse, of course, but she used to help him out during the abusive times as a child. And he looks up to her and he want to imitate her image. So he dressed up like Medea, sort of like that dude from that. You saw the movie Psycho?
Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Well, you should watch it of all people. But anyway, he dressed up like his mom a lot. That's because he was trying to embody, trying to, basically be her for whatever purpose he needed. That's what Tyler Perry was doing. And with that being said, that's extremely suspicious toward his sexuality, because he didn't have to dress up like Medea all those years. Okay. He recently said he'll stop, but I don't know how true that is. But he didn't have to dress up like Medea for years. If you making millions of dollars, why would you 2 million? Yeah, that's before you famous. But if you a billionaire already, why do you need to dress up like a woman? What's the point?
Well, he don't do that in real life. That's his stage show.
Right. But that's what I'm saying, though. He didn't. Think about he's still dressing up like a woman, though. Whether it's on stage or not, it's still dressing up like a woman. What's the point of that?
He's funny as hell. That's all. He did something really good. I just feel that he's just proving a point, because that's the masculinity side, showing both sides of the fence. As he's being a female, I can see he's embodying that feminine energy of a black woman, but she's a strong black woman with wisdom. Okay, I see what he was trying to do, and that's how he can be successful. But the thing is that I do see some little bit of gay movement in his face sometimes. But I don't know if he's gay, because he hasn't really been out there showing himself with other dudes. He hasn't been doing none of that.
You want proof that he had an option to do it, that it was his choice, and he was doing it because he was trying to embody his a woman-like energy? You want to have proof? He recently said he'll stop doing it. So he didn't have to the whole time. He was just doing it because he felt like it was right. But now he stopped because he realized.
That's why I was asking you that question. Would you do something for one time? If you could get $2 million, would you dress up like as a woman? And it's just for acting, for show, on a movie theater, on a set, and they have you looking like a fool, dancing for that. Would you want to do that? Would you want to get $2 million? All you gotta do is stay with
man. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
I would do it just one time though, because that's $2 million. You only show up one time. Nobody's gonna remember your face. I could just say I was on this show and I was the bitch. Because there's a lot of guys out there who wore a dress, and that don't make them gay. That don't make them fruity. Okay, it's just that you have this feminine and they want you to act a certain way. But I wouldn't be moved. I wouldn't be changed because of that. But that made me rich. Now I got me a car and shit. Now I can help out the community. And sometimes you got to do some bad things in order to get some good things moving around. You know what I'm saying?
But that's true. But that's my thing is, but like, how long you going to be up there for the whole movie as a woman, dressed as a woman?
Well, look at the Dwayne brothers. Look how successful they are. The Dwayne White brothers. They made the movie called White Girls. And I don't know if it was truly successful, but it was pretty funny, people said. I didn't watch it. Okay? I didn't remember seeing that movie.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't, okay. But that's how white girls act, okay? So basically, some people said it was funny, and some people said it wasn't, and I never got a chance to watch the whole thing. It was kind of goofy to me.
Yeah, but look, let me see my topics. My 3 topics, I had 3, was parenting, transgender kids, like Mattios, okay, and them telling you how to parent while they suck at it. So liberal women with transgender kids that tell you that you suck as a parent.
Yep, I agree with that completely.
You know what you think about that, man?
It's fucked up. I think it's genetics. Now, when it comes down, what you're talking about right there, that's genetics. You may have a parent. If one of the parents have this motherfucking gay gene, and I know it exists because they're not going to talk about it, because I know they got the warrior gene, they got all these other type of genes. They're not going to expose every gene because they're going to make it like a racist thing. I'll say, oh, people pay for genes. You know that, right? For artificial insemination. I don't mean to go off the topic. But if you have that gene inside of you, then you're more prone to personality and behavior of this. And Alfred C. Kinsey did this report way back in the 1940s. You should look up Alfred. As a matter of fact, people think I'm jumping around when they think I'm uneducated. When this guy right here, Alfred. Okay, hold on, Alfred. This for people who want to look. Alfred C. Kinsey. I have his book, Kinsey. Okay. Kinsey, okay, Kinsley. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think it's it. Yeah, it spelled it for me. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, it spelled his name for me. Okay, so his name is Alfred. Look it up. He was into bugs. He always was curious about the sexuality preferences of the Homo sapien race, and he tried to implement that and talk to the president and say, if we can do this, we can separate people into sectors, and break. Like Marcus Garvey tried to do some shit with black segregation. But it didn't fly. They stopped it. Why would they see? You see? And that's why I told you, black women, since I lived in the hood and I was talking to so many black women, I realized that black women don't have a gay gene in their fucking bodies. They do not raise their kids up like that. But I have seen a child that had gay-like tendencies. And I asked the mother, And I said, hey, where's the father at? And this child is acting like a goofy gay boy, but the mother's as masculine. You know, black women is fucking masculine in the hood. So I'm like, the boy's acting kind of goofy and gay. And I'm like, where's the father? And she said, he's in jail. I'm like, obviously the motherfucker was gay. It's the father's side. You see what I'm saying? I could see it. And it's like, this does not match the mother's criteria, okay? So you got to watch that genetics, man. You got to watch it.
The woman acts masculine. That's a sign that she, you know, she's not really a woman. She not really, I mean, she was a woman, you know, but she's not, you know, feminine. You know what I'm saying? So that could be from, he could be making up for the femininity that she doesn't have up here. You
yeah, but these women are strong women. These women do not fuck around with that gay shit. They do not fuck around with white men. Black women don't really crave white men. I'm just going to simply say it like that. And in the hood, they don't crave them. I talk to so many. They be lying like a motherfucker. I said, this one chick, she was light skinned, and she was craving a white guy. He used to be a cutter. I have stories to tell, man. Crazy ass story. I talked to this guy, and I said, he looked mismatched. He wasn't even a perfect match for her. And I talked to him. I said, that, you know, she's cheating on you, right? You should not. She's a whore. I know she's a whore. And I'm talking to him. He don't care what I say. He was a construction. He was working in construction. He would cut himself. He said, if she ever cheat, I'm gonna kill myself. That's not how the way you go about life. And I said, you know, I can talk to you and set her up for you so you can know that she's a cheater in advance. But he didn't care. He didn't want to know. He didn't want to know. See, this is why you got these white simp motherfuckers in the hood. He's stupid. I said he would cut himself because of a female, but she knows she's a whore. And I came up to him. I said, don't you trust her with nothing of your heart. Okay. But since he got a baby, she got a baby by him. So what can he do? Okay. What can he do? So he couldn't do nothing about that. But I still say, hey, you should try to get your child back if you just find proof. And I can help you with that. So you can get rid of her. Because she was 27 years old, man. She was 27 and he was like 31 or some shit like that. He was much shorter than her.
Oh, I bet.
And he got a baby by that pussy. I saw that pussy. She got some nice pussy too. She got the squirt pussy, not the yeast infection pussy. Her pussy squirts. Because I had to kick that bitch out one time because she didn't want to suck my dick. She was on my nerve. I was driving her.
I wouldn't go nowhere near her. She sound crazy.
Her name was Shaniqua. Okay, yeah, her name was Shaniqua. I still remember her.
Of course,
Shaniqua.
That's one of them. That's one of those names.
And whenever you hear a name like Shaniqua, Quisha, Watermelon, dumb bitches are alpha as fuck. They will fuck anything in the hood. Okay. And she hung with me. She liked to watch video games. She watched me play games, and she would get scared watching me play games. And I like bitches like that. They sit on my lap and watch play games, and I get them with the strap on a little later on and get my dick sucked. Okay, that's all I care about. She don't want to suck dick. She ain't submissive enough. She's not. Okay, I ain't wasting my time. Hey, you don't suck dick. My wife from Ethiopia, she sucked my goddamn dick. And I'm like, do you know what a dick sucking means?
She look, man, I seen this dude. Like, you ever saw something, a Netflix series called Tiger King?
As a matter of fact, it's probably in my list. I'll probably be, if it's real flashy and it's some kind of Oriental movie, it's probably in my list that I haven't gotten.
It's not an Oriental movie. It's about this dude who used to have, you know, there's a lot of, there's a lot of in captivity tigers and big cats around in America. He was one of those people that had them. And it was some crazy shit, man.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I do have that one. Where he was a tiger trainer.
What you mean?
Was that the same guy, the tiger trainer, the cats?
He used to dress like a cowboy.
Okay.
And he lived in Oklahoma. He used to have a zoo where people can go there and pet big cats, tigers, some cheetah.
Yeah, I saw that movie. Yep, I saw it, and I think there was some tragedy.
Episodes. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think I didn't finish watching it, but I know there was a tragedy that happened. And so what was the tragedy that occurred? I think somebody killed somebody, and
yeah.
What happened?
So there was a woman who tried to shut him down, who's basically doing the same thing he was doing, but she got people to work for her for free. She was a Hillary Clinton type bitch. You know what I'm saying? A nasty woman, and she basically got him. She basically got him arrested. Okay, she kept, and then some of his workers set him up and some shit, and like there's a bunch of other people that did the same thing he did around the country and crazy shit like that, man. And basically he went to jail over nothing. over nothing. He went to jail over nothing. He went to jail because he had some because he wanted somebody to kill Carol, the bitch that tried to get him that kept pressing charges on him. He wanted to get her bitch ass killed, but he just was talking, so he just used to always run his mouth, and he ended up going to jail over it. But they knew those charges wouldn't stick, so they found some tiger bones in his yard at the park and dug those up and showed the court. I'm like, see. He did this. He was a bad person. Keep him in jail. I'm like, what the fuck? 20 years for killing a tiger? That's retarded.
Yeah, that's why I said, guys, they're gonna rise up. I gotta start doing Jack the Ripper and shit, and fucking Zodiac Killer, or these Ted Bundy's on these bitches, because these bitches are killing niggas. They ain't killing the niggas. They're killing the crackers. And you know, you seen the TV show called Snap, right? Snap. You won't see it on the TV. I'm telling you, man. When I saw that, I was about to cry, man. That's fucked up, man. A lot of bitches be coming over here killing all crackers.
Yeah,
and
they
don't show it. They don't show it on the news now. They don't show it on the news.
Yo, Martis. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see 90 Day Fiance?
No, I never saw it.
You should see it, man. It's real funny. They don't end in tragedy like with death or anything, but they do end tragically. Because the men, they go to the countries trying to get the wives or whatever, and then they don't know what to fucking do. And they don't really have a plan or whatever. And they do have a plan, but they still simp. So they plan to simp. So you still failing. If you plan to simp, then you're a fucking failure. But I got my other topic was transgender kids. What you think about that?
And then we gotta talk about that. Transgender kids, they're raised by the wrong. That's genetics, man.
Right. Right. But do you think that they should be allowed to be transgender? Do you think they should get the surgery?
Hell no. That shit is brainwash tactics that by social media. I disagree with social media. I don't understand how parents don't want to homeschool their kids, and then somehow they go to school and the kids make a determination on what their sex is. That's exactly dumb. And then you got to use common sense with that, because if you don't be careful, somebody could be touching your kid in school and you don't even know about it. And that's why I told my wife, say, you cannot trust the system. So there's another way. Cyber school, homeschool, do it legally. Okay. You don't have to register in them, all that other bullshit. I tried. She wanted to take the police and try to take things in her own hand. Now I'm not responsible for none of that shit. I'm not responsible for none of that. The only thing I care about is making sure my kids grow up with common sense. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you can do. The women got so much power.
Let's say you have a girl. It is better to have a girl who has a boy's mind than to have let me make sure I make it very clear. It is better to have a girl who has a boy's mind than to have a boy who has a girl's mind. Okay. Think about that. Okay. Because when you have a boy who has a girl's mind, he corrupts the system to break down their barriers of discipline. See, discipline is necessary when a boy is growing up in society, so he won't get taken advantage of. Unless he start going for the fruity side, like fucking Mattios here. He want to go towards the fruity side. He wants the shortcut. He want to get fucked up his ass. He feels feminine. He wants to be held. He wants his ass to be spread. He wants his shit to be all over the fucking place.
He want his cheeks busted. I call that cheek busting. Martio is a real Peter gazer. Martios is a Peter gazer.
How do you? As a matter of fact, I tried to get someone on. So, Mattios, you have to come on here and explain to us what it feels like to be gay and when did it start? Because I have a gay friend who has a PhD. No, he has a bachelor in science. His name is Todd Farum. Okay, I don't know if he died or not. He got some sickness because he got fucked up his ass and shit, and it's fucked up.
Oh, he
don't watch none of my videos. He don't watch none of my videos. But Todd Farum, he has a bullshit degree, bachelor's in science, and one time he got raped because he probably raped someone in the past. I believe in karma. And so now he got some 3rd stage cancer up his ass, okay, some shit like that. And he told me this is how he turned gay. He was playing with his brothers. See? And then he started getting touched by his brothers and he felt this emotional connection. In short, he eventually went to China. This true story now. He went to China and he did have a wife. He actually had a Chinese wife. And you know Chinese women are fucking small as hell, right?
Yeah,
so the thing is, how do you turn from a Chinese wife that you said you had and come back in America and be gay? He said, you know what he said? He said, I just feel more comfortable around guys because I can just have wine to seduce them and seduct them. Okay. Hello, yes. Okay, I see you. Come on. I see the sun. Look, go ahead. You want the son?
What is she doing?
I don't know. She just bothered me when I'm on the phone sometimes.
Yo, you should get your girl. You should take those autistic tests for your kids. You should check the kind of mind they have.
Well, I can tell right now what my daughter's mind are right now. My daughter Zabaria, she's a logician. She will break shit down on the YouTube, on the fucking Minecraft and Roblox. She plays games with me and she keeps up. We play puzzle games and she keeps up. I'm like, yo, I'm shocked, but she keeps playing Roblox.
What the fuck?
Huh?
You should give her a Rubik's Cube, see if she can recognize patterns.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say my youngest daughter here, I don't think she's gonna make it to. She's really dependent on affection, lots and lots of times. And when you have a daughter that's needy, I start walking, she started hugging on my leg. My daughter never did that. My first daughter never did that. So she might have problems in life. She might be codependent. It's a good thing to be for a good man, but I'm like, if you can't do things yourself, I got to show my second daughter different things that I didn't have to show my first. My first learned like this. She learns. She know how to speak. Okay, you hear her talking sometimes, like, Daddy.
What got that head shape. She got that rocket like her daddy. That's how.
That's right. She got my face and she got my head. Okay, just like if you had a kid, you have some Cocoa Puffs. Okay? You have a lot of Cocoa Puffs looking just like you. Okay.
I don't look like this, man. I don't know why the camera mutated me. The camera mutates me. It made me look different.
See, when I'm in person, I don't have that head like that. I don't have that head. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, man.
But I totally disagree with the fact that kids can have that trait like that, but it happens. It depends on the genetics of the parents.
Yeah.
Or it can happen externally. You can have your kid in school and they can be completely normal until they reach and they talk to some other peer, and that other peer can convince them. What's the next subject?
Oh, the next subject. That's true. So we touched on parenting a little bit, right? We touched on transgender kids, right? Let me go to my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'm looking through my notes. 1 second. But yeah, like I said, man, a lot of people don't understand that that your kids, it's not just genetics, right? It's also the environment, right? So the child has the child has a bad experience, they can turn out gay or transgender. Okay. A lot of people don't know. It
depends on their genes. If their genes are on the other side, then they're gonna fall into temptation to it. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Genes predispose them, is what you're looking to say, right? It predisposes them. Exactly. But I'm wondering how Jordan Peterson's doing nowadays. I mean, he must be in quarantine or something because he's so old. What you think?
That Jordan Peterson, he get on my nerve, man. I don't understand these Ben Sharpio. You know Ben Sharpio? The one who talks like a robot. You talk real quick and he's logical. I don't understand this religion thing. Don't link religion to your intellect. Don't think about it. Don't do it. Do not talk about God. Don't read the book called God Delusion, and you'll understand the breaking down of that delusion. Okay? You know, that delusion is very destructive. Jordan Peterson, he put himself in the hospital because he got all this pressure because of his wife having cancer and shit. Because you already know about that. So his wife was having pressure, so he probably prayed too hard and thought that God was going to help him. No, we're in the prison planet. You got to understand that we're trapped in these bodies. So if God had that much power, then we all have our fucking planet. We all have our own planet, like Satan. So please don't limit the power of God. Don't limit the power of some so-called Jesus that you never saw before. It's a delusion. Get out, snap out of it. I'm real. Maybe I'm not real. I don't know if we're in the Matrix. Think like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you breaking down, just like that guy, Jordan Peterson, and also Jesse Peterson, right? You know who Jesse Peterson? I can't hear you. Yeah, can you hear me now? Mic is in connection. Your mic is not connected. Oh, he got disconnected. Okay. Yep. So other than that, okay, like the people who are basically in the religion, they're usually brainwashed. Okay, it's just that they don't understand common sense that human beings can come together without some sort of rewritten text, some text that's written by a man. Okay, and they don't even know the motherfucking Orpheus. Okay, Morpheus, can I kiss you? You're gay. Yes, it's so gay. You have LL Cool J. Thanks a lot, Mattios. Let's donate to me. Donate to me. That's a good kiss for me. Okay? Money is everything, right? Just like you get a kiss up your booty hole, right? Money is everything. So I enjoy people talking and stuff like that. He might come back on. He gonna come back on. I hope he does. Okay, there we go.
Yo,
Okay,
man, I'm back.
There you go. You fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying, what was I saying that was really important? Ah, shit. What were you just saying?
I was talking about the fact that what were you talking about? I forgot what we was talking about.
I forgot too. Maybe the faggot in the chat. Maybe he can remind us. What were we talking about, man? Oh, Jesse Peterson. Yeah. Jesse Peterson.
Peterson, Jordan Peterson.
I like Jesse Peterson. He's funny. He's super funny, man.
Yeah, he's a coon like a motherfucker. He's like, you don't understand. I'm saying a lot of people, he makes sense, but you gotta understand all he has to say is a great evil for a greater good. That's all. Because he don't follow everything in that Bible. He don't follow everything in that Bible.
You can tell he don't follow everything in the Bible. He just use it to get to other people. You can tell, right? He don't read it. When people quote the Bible to him, he hang up on their ass. I was like, this dude crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell something off about him, but he'd be like, "Mama mia, ooh la la, si senor." I like how he did at the slut walk. So you seen Jesse Peterson at the slut walk?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that little interview he had with them females and and the females didn't understand him or something like that. And he tried to. Oh, I forgot what happened there. What happened? What happened?
One of them was like, she's a devil. He said, "Are you a slut?" And they were like, "Yeah." And they were looking to their friends for like affirmation and shit like that. I'm like, really? And I'm like, wow. Like, and then one of the nuns was about to call him an N-word. I kid you not, a nun was about to call him nigga. She's about to say, "You nigger." And
I wouldn't care. I've been called nigger out here in the woods out here a couple times. I just said cracker.
Exactly. I say the same shit. I say either cracker or snow nigger. Okay.
Or a hunky. They don't like hunky.
That's a common one, hunky.
Yeah, hunky.
Yeah, caveman. Hunky, ghost, caveman, Neanderthal, cracker, all of that. That's racial slurs for every race. I don't know why people act like it's only one for black people. They need to stop.
I don't even see. The thing is that I have my problem with the KKK is that when they stand up there, take off them hood masks, man. Please, man, just take that shit off because that makes white people look really weak. You got hoods on, man. You got fucking hoods on. That's coward.
Exactly. If you're gonna do it, be like Hitler and be like standing in front of a whole crowd of fucking people.
As a matter of fact, in the 1920s, he was on the front cover of Time magazine. And them crackers in the 1920s, it was 90% KKK in the USA. Then I said this time and time again, there's other white races that have shapeshifters and shit. You know the reason why they tried to join his ass? And you know what the Hitler said? Hell to the no, because you are not my type of hoe. And then I was like, yo, for real? Did Hitler reject them? They wanted to join him.
It's not accurate?
The thing is that the KKK members wanted to join Hitler in his cause, but he said no because you're a different breed. You're a different breed of white man. I was like, oh shit! I was shocked. You know, Hitler's still alive. They got him living in America, man. They kidnapped and destroyed his bunker, and they made up a story stating that he was destroyed. But no, he's still living. You know, the atomic bomb was created by Germans, man. It was tested in America, man. Did you know that?
Yep.
It wasn't created by Americans.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? They had a bunker in which there was the first bomb that was dropped in America. Okay. Now I don't know what the area is called, and it's probably still there and whatever. Okay. The first time it was dropped, it was like, oh my God. And this is the knowledge of the Germans. The knowledge of the Germans.
A lot of them say he could talk to aliens or witches or something. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. There was some conspiracy shit that he was talking to aliens and shit, and they were trying to work with the dark grays. It's different type of alien species, and that's how he got into office. Nobody knows how he got into office because he was talking to the alien grays, and he hypnotized the council, and he just jumped right in there. They just put him in there. They just put him in. I have no idea. I say, hey, that's the alien. That's why nobody talking about how Hitler. He was doing some painting. People didn't like his paintings. Okay, remember. And what happened is that one day he just became a little bit astute with some knowledge and went up in the. They said no, it was more than that. You know Obama. Obama also had connections with the alien grays as well. He had a symbol on in Nigeria. I think when he was in this country, I seen pictures of him with the symbol of the alien on his chest. Ah,
What?
That's how he got in office in America.
You know what? You know my theory, Zach. You know my theory that why Greys love humans so much.
I believe they like humans.
We are them. They are us.
Maybe so. Yep. Maybe so. Okay. I don't know. I just say.
Just like evolution, right? You know how evolution works. First, there's a first species, and then it branches off into the second species and third until you got like a bunch of branches, different ancestors. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like think about it this way: a common ancestor between humans, gorillas, and chimps, right? Lived hundreds of millions years ago. We are the common ancestor to all the various gray races of grays. Think about it like that.
Mm-hmm. Maddie just told me, you know, you want this cookie. I said, I want your dumb black eyed peas. The hell you talking about? You want this to flirt with me? I say, give me my money. I ain't doing shit for you. I ain't gonna be doing no touching, no mucous membranes, no none of that shit. Where's my goddamn money at? You watching you getting entertained. You better get the hell out of here. What did I say? I don't want people watching me of your kind. You ain't got no money to give. You ain't got nothing to extra. You didn't hate on me. You said Montios can kiss. I can kiss you. You want to kiss me with that dirty ass dookie lips? Are you out here, man?
It's okay. I'll leave the video. I'll leave the chat so y'all two can. I'll leave you two alone.
Hell no. I'm gonna get the hell out of here soon anyway. Well, I got one more thing to talk about. How women can turn off, because I don't want to skip the subject. Women can turn off on a dime because the first time you meet a female, it's either under two conditions. Either she's a nympho or she's not. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife was really on me sexually in her country. Remember, her position, the area that she was around is poor. So she want to try to pump and hop all of the time. So women can switch and change out. When she comes endowed with power, she can turn it off.
True.
When a woman becomes endowed with power, she can turn it off because she thinks she has confidence. I tell my wife all the time, get that lipstick on your face. Take them heels off. You're not getting anything else.
Why would they, in their mind, right? Why would they work hard for something they already have? Once they get your power, once they get your shit, they can turn it off. They don't have to work hard anymore. That's why you got to keep her.
Even if that woman has a good dick, even that woman has a good personality for a good man, they don't care. They think they can do better. They can shut it off. They can shut it off and say, I can do better. And when they have that environment, that's when they can shut off their pussy. I tell my wife all the time that when you didn't have this problem with in Ethiopia, I think next to your sister. What the hell is the problem there? We was sexual all the time, every other day.
Yeah, exactly. Women say men change, but it's women that be changing. People don't realize that it's women that be changing, man. It's women that be changing. The men stay the same, just the women that be changing. You still the same dude you were in the country.
You know, the men don't change because they don't get enough of it. That's the reason why. They don't have that complex to where I can do. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that it can happen because there were some guys who got big penises and they told me I can get any female I want. If she don't listen to what I say, I just jump the boat. So those type of guys usually from the jump, women know those type of pump boys. So they don't really have these. They're more honest though. They're more honest. They're gonna tell, the woman ain't doing right. You're gonna be like, yo, man, I need my dick sucked. And you're gonna say it one time. Niggas don't say shit too much. I know. I talk to them. Now women, they're sneaky as fuck. They'll cut off on you. They won't tell you that their pussy is being satisfied. They don't even fuck about their pussy being satisfied or not. It's not about that. It's about hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? Now,
that's why.
Go ahead.
That's why some countries they make it so the women can't feel anything because it's not about feeling anyway.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I talked to my wife. I said, "Did you get clipped?" Okay, you said, do they have that tradition over there? She said, in some areas they do. I said, what? That's crazy. They still doing that over there in some areas. She told me that. This is in Ethiopia.
Boys over here in this country. I was going to ask you, if you had a son, would you have him circumcised?
No, it's not appropriate to get them circumcised. The skin itself is extra layers of nerve endings, and also protects the nozzle from them getting tapeworms when they dive into the pool. When a guy goes into the water, right? Let's say you go into a lake or something like that. That extra flaccid is supposed to cover the nozzle so no kind of microorganisms can get up in there. Have you ever heard of guys getting infected by jumping into ponds and pools? Yes. And I don't know what the name of this called. It's called trichognicosis. Trichognicosis. Okay, you know how crackers be creating those hard ass words and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, that worm goes up in the nozzle of the fucking candle, and they get, what is it called? testicular cancer.
They
Because
become
the
like
organ is,
what?
go ahead.
They become the nigga in the comment section, right?
Yeah, they infect those guys. Okay. They infect them. They get gay and shit, and they start feeling some little tingly up their balls, and they get real horny, and they can't control themselves. Fuck that. Women need that flap. They need that flap. Okay, if they don't have that flap, they do get the same thing. It's all open and exposed and shit. I don't think I want to deal with a female who got cut because I want her to feel me. I want her to feel that pain.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. But you know the problem is,
Go ahead.
only in her Somali, Ethiopian, Islamic areas. What? What that nigga talking about? What you?
I don't know, but when I see Somalia, that's next door. No women are beautiful. Yo, man, the motherfucking Somalian women are fucking beautiful. No, I think it's Ethiopian Habesha, then it's Etrich. They keep fighting against Etrich, but Etrich is far more beautiful than Ethiopians. And then the further I think it's further east. Yeah, the further east you go, the more beautiful they get. And the more south you go, the more beautiful they even get. They're darker. Yo, man. Joe.
Yup.
But I couldn't wait that long, for South Sudanese women. I couldn't wait that long for South Somalia. You can't go in Somalia anyway. There's always some war there. Tutsis and the Wawatsas, they be fighting each other and shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of the real beautiful women are at. They getting killed over there. They're getting raped, okay? Ethiopian women are crossbreeds. So there's some white people in their country. They're farming in certain little sectors. They got traffic lights that don't work anymore there. I saw traffic lights in Ethiopia. I know that's not Ethiopia. I saw the Russian Star in Ethiopia, and I said, I know this ain't no Ethiopian either. I was like, I told my wife, I said, what is this doing here? This is the Russian India. He said Russians did come here at one time. I said, are you kidding me?
And they still got the shit up there?
Huh?
See, that's the thing. People can bring all kinds of technology to some shithole countries, and they still wouldn't do shit with it.
Yeah, I thought the Italians tried to take over the Ethiopians. They got defeated. But as a matter of fact, the Italians gave up. They didn't want to keep killing off over 8 million people in Ethiopia because they felt bad. They stopped because they know the fact that if they had the atomic bomb, it would have been all over. But they didn't have the atomic bomb back in those days. They was using their weapons. I saw that war. Terrible war. You know what Mario said? Mario says he's prettier than Tiffany Haddish. I'm like, what the fuck? You're a dude, man. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Come on, man. Snap out of it. You're a dude. You're prettier than Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is on the white humor side. She sucked a lot of dick to get her position.
Tiffany Haddish is like a regular ghetto black woman.
Yeah, she's not even ghetto to me, man. She just sucked a couple white people face. You know, Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, they suck some white dick. That's all. That's all it is. They on the white humor. They are not that funny. They tried to go against fucking Cat Williams, and he destroyed them, literally.
I know. I saw it.
He destroyed them. There's no competition. People still don't know what black humor is versus white humor. Richard Pryor is the ultimate black humor, right?
Yeah, that nigga was gay though.
Yeah, I think Richard Pryor was kind of gay too. Yeah, I saw some of his fruity movements and shit. See, what's he doing, man? You know, he kind of got that little faggot move today. I'm like, it's kind of like the old school faggoty move. And
Yeah.
I said, oh, no, I don't know. He ain't sure. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility. Yep. I see it. Okay.
Bad shit, man.
I don't hate nobody. Matteo said, good, you hate Itriots. I don't hate no. I'm just saying I did a comparison. Have you ever do some comparison with fools? I said that I like darker skin female. That's the first thing. Darker than you, okay? I saw some women who look jet black, and you know how that pussy is. It's a pretty exotic color. That's a pretty exotic.
There's contrast. Darker is contrast. There's contrast. There's contrast when they're darker.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm like, okay, you got this licorice flavor colors. Then you go down to dark cocoa, and then me, I don't even like myself sometimes. I say I'm not dark enough, okay? I know what women like when it comes down to that black sexy chocolate, because they talk to me all the time about it, especially white sisters. They like that black cock up in their pussy. And I got plenty of porn to show that shit. I said, that look pretty as hell. You can literally see the cream on a nigga's dick. You can't see the cream on a cracker's dick. You can't see it.
That's
fucked up.
That's because light is white.
And so he said, we are the fathers, so you cannot say they are prettier than us Ethiopians. What did I say? Ethiopians are light skinned. Most of them are light skinned. Some of them are dark skinned, but usually not. The signature meaning of an Ethiopian is the hook nose. My wife don't have the hook nose. She don't have the hook nose because
her
she's
dad probably from somewhere else.
Yeah. Her mom don't even have the hook nose. Her dad is Shaka Zulu. I'm gonna tell you right now. So that dick got up in here. So I'm gonna tell you right now, that mother was tall. And I was shocked because I didn't see too many black guys looking like him. Okay, he was a giant, man. He looks very tall. So he's probably one of the regular. Huh?
He could be from America, right?
Nah, he's with the tribe of Zulus, man. I'm telling you, her father looked like Shaka Zulu. I'm sorry, that tall. He was tall and built. He did not look like an Ethiopian. He did not look like an Ethiopian. He used to be in the
alpha male of the village, bro.
Huh?
He was probably the alpha male of the village.
Yeah, at one time or something, because he lost his memory. He got diabetes. I said, how did he get diabetes? Yeah, he had diabetes, man.
I think somebody probably poisoned him or put a curse on him.
Yeah, maybe so, though. He's talking about Nipsey. What do you know about Nipsey Hussle, Medios?
Yeah, you all way in the whole country. How you know about Nipsey Hussle? See, that's what I'm saying. Black Americans are the most famous people around the world. We're the most important.
They even get jealous on this. So I had to wear me a skull cap to cover up the fact that I was Muslim. If you look like a Muslim, they don't give a fuck what you come from. They just think you're Muslim. They have a very low. They don't know what an American look like. They look at everybody as the same. Lots of Ethiopians look at me as the Ethiopian, even though my build is bigger than they are and my clothes is different. And I said, am I Ethiopian? Well, you know I speak English. My mustache is much more stronger.
That's the same thing.
My hair, my nose is bigger. Okay,
look, that's the same thing I was telling you about the bonobos, right? The chimpanzees was able to invade because they look like them, and the bonobos was like, hey, these people they're the same as us. But the chimps knew better. You see what I'm saying? And the bonobos by women, just like the Ethiopians are led by women. The men are weak. Just like in the chimpanzees, the bonobos was weak, and then the chimpanzees the bonobos saw the chimps and was like, "Oh, you're the same as us," but the chimps was like, "No, we're different," and fucked them up. But the bonobos couldn't tell because they were so fucking feminine, so they couldn't give a shit.
Oh, okay. Let me say. Oh yeah, the time is running down, man. So I might not be doing videos every day because they got me on the limit. So it's 20 hours per fucking month. That's what they got you on. I might have to do videos every day, but you got to start some videos yourself so I can join, man. You gotta do some videos yourself. We talked about everything we can possibly talk about. Okay.
But I got to do a lot of homework. So on the 5th or 6th, that's when I'm gonna really start making more videos like these.
Okay. He said the thing. Mario said he is not Black American. Did he know Nipsey Hussle? It's how does Marios know Nipsey Hussle? I said, was he born in America? Then he's American. Okay. I don't understand. There's Ethiopians who are born in America, but they're American. So what? America is a very diverse country. What are you talking about, Matthews?
Exactly. You know who else? You know who I think is Arab? You know Colin Kaepernick? You know who that is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
He look like a fucking Arab, doesn't he? He like an Arab, don't he? He look Arabian.
Yeah, he looked like he's a fucking Ethiopian. He got that hook nose too.
Exactly. I'm like, this nigga is not black. I keep saying this nigga is not black. He look like a fucking Arab. And his parents adopted him. They're not his real parents. He's a fucking Arab. He's Osama bin Laden's illegitimate son.
So if we want to talk about what is black, the first thing we have to understand is that if you're mixed half and half, you're not black at all. I'm mostly black. I'm mostly in my genes. If you check your DNA, your 23andMe, your Ancestry.com, because I can't stand people who are high yellow color and then they get no kind of DNA. I say, this is my results for being black. Show me what it says that you're African. I am predominantly, and like what is it? 60% black, 60%. I'm one part German, one part Indian, and I'm one part fucking Italian. Think about that, man. So if I'm 60% black, okay, what are the features on my face that show that? If you see your color on your face show that most likely you're predominantly black, okay?
Exactly,
so
like 80%.
The next step is this nose sizes and the certain features, and then it's the penis sizes, okay? You got to look at those things, okay? And people don't look at those things. They don't care for those things. They don't care. I said, just show me your DNA results, and then we can talk about it from there. I don't care about it.
Because a lot of mixed people are brainwashed. Because white people will never accept mixed people. Well, black people are dumb enough to accept mixed people. How does that make sense?
Well, blacks are like the lowest on the totem pole. Anyway, I ain't hating on blacks. I'm just saying that from where I was raised up, that one part of German is in me. That one part of white, that Italian, I can see it. I can see it. I say, why did you say that? When you know for a fact that I'm trying to tell you something to get your punch monkey ass off the corner, and they don't want to listen. They don't want to do that. This is in the hood, and I talk to countless. I don't hate on the niggas. I'm just saying I don't hate your game, but we got to change the strategy. You're being a slave right now. You're being a little slave boy for working for the white masters, and you ain't bringing no income in. You're just taking shit out.
Exactly.
Taking shit out. You ain't. And you look at the churches. Look at the churches. A whole bunch of niggas is in the churches. I'm like, where's the fucking money? Where's my fucking money, man? You got poor people all around the church in the fucking hood? Crazy? Are you serious? And then you look at the Jewish communities. Go to a Jewish community. Go to fucking Oakland somewhere. You see a Jewish community, their shit is flourishing all around. But go to a black church. Oh my motherfucking God, man. Terrible streets, destroyed. Everything is destroyed.
Exactly. Look, in Atlanta, right? Where I'm staying, don't you know women? Don't you know? And over here, there's a lot of trash. There's trash everywhere you fucking go in black neighborhoods. There's nothing but trash on the streets and the fucking. You know, Atlanta got a lot of trees. Okay, New York probably didn't have a lot of trees, but Atlanta is a city in a fucking forest. So basically, there's a lot of trees with trash all on the fucking grass. Trash every fucking where. It's so common that people just overlook it. But there's trash every fucking where you go in Atlanta. Black niggas did it.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm just trying to say, like, people like Nipsey Hussle going back to the hood. Why would you want to go back there? Why? You get killed. Okay, you'll be killed. They don't give it. They're blacks are jealous about if you make it. They get very jealous. Okay, the thing is that I'd rather trust a cracker who's kind of jealous of me than a nigga. Trust me on that shit. They will kill your ass where you stand in the hood. And that's exactly what happened to Nipsey Hussle. And it's going to happen to every nigga who half-breed. You go in the hood. Go ahead in the hood. I lived in the hood for over 17 years. I know how they think. They will rob you straight up on the block right there. You have to go to a crack area. They won't touch you as fast.
Exactly.
They take some time to get
to is?
Huh?
You know who Tommy Sotomayor is?
Oh, as a man, he uses dark psychology. I love that motherfucker. I love him to death, man. I said, hey, man, he knows that blacks are only 13% of the population. The only thing he talks about is blacks. And I love it because he's using dark psychology to fuck the minds over black people because he knows what he's saying is not actually true, but he's just focusing, he's narrowing it down into T1000s, 3B T1000s and shit. He's narrowing in because he loves them so much. So that psychology can actually work because he knows what he's saying is not the truth, but he's flipping it. If you focus too much on one thing, then it can actually work. People hate him so much because he got a mansion, right? He got a fucking. I don't know where's that mansion from.
Huh? He came from where I'm from. He's from the same state as me, but he's from down somewhere in southern Georgia. But he's from the same state as I'm from. He was raised in Atlanta too. So I'm like, this man knows everything he talk about. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty accurate. I can't lie. Every once in a while he'll talk about a snow queens. But he knows. He knows. Actually, I see what you're doing, Tommy. So he like black pussy. He he got in his house. He got a fucking cameras in his house, man, to make sure that his shit don't get. That's why I say everybody should have cameras. I say, yo, for real, be single, do what you want to do, but just have cameras because that's what Dave Chappelle was doing in his one skit. He was talking about contractual agreements. Can I give you head? You sign your paper. You sign away your pussy. You sign away your pussy and shit. And I was like, that's funny as hell. That's how it should be. Okay, sign everything away. But I was going to ask you about your guns. You should get a gun to protect your family and stuff. Why don't you get one?
No, because I'm kind of like a spiritualist. I believe that karma is the bitch. Like there are curses that you can say to protect your next life. You can't worry about your family. I'm an individual. So if somebody I'll try to defend myself so I can protect, but I can't do anything but too much. Weapons is not necessary. Somebody can pour a gun at you, but you can take that weapon from your hand. You can, if you're strong enough. I know some people may think that you can't. There's a way of doing something, but if you just want to give up, you should do what Gandhi does. Gandhi is the one who says, if you give up, then that pain will only last for so long. And they.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You froze up. Okay, you're
Hello?
normal now.
Hello?
If you give up, hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hello, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear? No, you can't hear me.
I can hear
I
you.
gotta leave. Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say that's some beta male.
Well, if you get a gun, I think that's beta.
No,
Because what do you think?
Because you got assets to protect, my dog. You got shit to protect. You gotta have a gun. You gotta have what these other motherfuckers have. Why would you bring a gun? Why would you bring a knife to a gunfight? If they got a gun, they can fucking kill you.
I think Mahatma Gandhi taught best. He said that if you use weapons, it's not going to make a big difference because somebody's going to die. Okay, if you just go to war, it's like
the other motherfucker died. Fuck him. I'd rather kill him. Fuck him. I don't care.
Yeah, I understand that. But then the thing is that for some reason, I believe the spirit will actually come through and they will understand not to hurt my family because of my words. My words is more powerful. I said, if you come in this house, you'll all be cursed. Because I know, listen, I'm telling you what I know. I have magic spells. If anything happens to my families that I care about, because I don't really care about my wife that much. I care about my daughters, okay? So the thing is that if my daughters are obedient to me, I don't have to worry about it. My wife disobeys. I don't give a fuck what happens to her unless she starts changing and shit. She fix some shit. I have a very cold heart when it comes to that. I don't care about weapons too much. I believe in a spiritual essence. You know, if you say something and they don't, like the white man has done this to black people for so many years. If you kill a person who speaks and you kill them, your whole family will be cursed. And it's called a generational curse because everybody's going to be coming back here anyway with different families. When you die, right? Why fight for your life, right? When you know your next life will be better if you did suffer. See? If
but
you
you don't
suffer,
know that. You don't know that. You don't.
If you protect your life, listen. I can't get weapons because they're mentally ill. They will not allow me to have a weapon. Anymore.
That's the reason. Why didn't you say be honest and say that's the reason? Okay.
Yeah. The thing is that I wanted to get a weapon. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is that sometimes I think about suicidal thoughts. That's another bad thing too. And then the thing is that since I'm an empath, I feel pain from other people that I shouldn't be even feeling. I'm just trying to be cold-hearted, but I can't because sometimes I want to off myself sometimes, and the gun can just simply make me get reset. So I can't really have a gun. And so I started thinking like, okay, if I don't have a gun, my powers increased. But if I do have a gun, I'll reduce my life. See the philosophy?
True. That's good. That's a good method. You practice psychology on yourself. That's real cool.
Yeah. Think about it. You have a gun, right? That means you fear. Your fear level is higher. So I know how white people have to be on the outskirts of America. I know the Civil War was stopped because of white people and black people working together, but you have to understand that after the war is over, that whole race of people who killed you off and they did it wrongly, they're going to be cursed. And it's going to generational curse. It keeps going over. Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi taught Martin Luther King about this method. If the people stop working, guess what? There's no service. When the people stop working, when Africans stop working, there's no service. They're just killing themselves off. And white people will not allow that to happen. White people will come here. Yeah, white people will not allow black people to kill themselves off because they need blacks. And blacks need whites and whites need blacks. Okay.
I agree with that.
That's why I don't want to get weapons. I thought about weapons when I was younger. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be an authoritarian figure. Okay.
So what made you not? What made you not want to pursue that?
Because I got in trouble with the law. See, I was messing with some females in my past, and the girl stopped me from. I was on my way to get me in my Act 235, and the girl stopped me. Remember I told you about that 13-year-old girl who lied on her age? Yeah. And I called the cops. A month later, they picked me up. They stopped me from. They halted my ability to get the weapon when I was single. When I was single, I was on my way and getting it, and it stopped. I prayed to the gods, the possible gods, to see if I'm supposed to have a weapon. Okay, if you make a meditation prayer, you'll understand that there's probably some beings maybe watching over you. As soon as I was going to school for the police academy, I was in the school in the police academy, and I passed the test. I passed.
Wow.
Yeah, I passed. Yeah, but the problem was that I got in trouble with the girl, and it got canceled instantly. That moment.
Dealing with women.
Huh?
Dealing with women. The red pill could have saved you back then.
Well, basically, I didn't need the red pill because I knew how to handle women. The girl that she tricked me with her age. I had no problems with her. The problem was with the system. The system thought I coerced her, and I didn't coerce her. So they took advantage of me, and they tried to put me under the dirt, but it didn't work because they didn't know my background. Okay. The reason why I got out of jail is because I was schizo. And I told her I was schizo. I said, I'm not likely to do that to her. I ain't no rapist. I ain't no fucking whoremonger like that. And then they listened to me. When I said that, they let me go. They let me go on an ROR because of that. And
With
then
ROR?
released on your own recognizance. Okay?
That's rare. That's rare.
They kept me in jail for like 15 days or some bullshit. And I felt that was wrong because that's wasting taxpayers' money. I was willing to go with the police to get the DNA test because it's not about hearsay. It's about evidence, right? But the courts don't go by evidence. That's the problem with the system. They don't go by evidence, okay? And that's costing tax people's money.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so either they were going to execute you or let you go.
They let me go, man. They let me go after 15 days of jail. They let me go. They didn't give me Megan's Law. They didn't give me none of that. They just gave me a felon though. So that made me lose my job. Okay. So now that kicked into the Social Security. See? I think everyone should try to file for Social Security if you have some sort of mental disorder as an outpatient. As an outpatient, go in to see if you have any psychiatric care that you need.
What's outpatient? What do you mean by outpatient?
Okay, so on the next video, we'll talk about that. Okay, I'll tell people about that. I gotta write that down. We ain't gonna talk about it right now. Outpatient, but it's too late now until this coronavirus is done. You can't go into no hospitals now. Outpatient care, and that's how you start to activate your disability. But there's some positives to it, and there's some negatives. But I'll talk about that in the next video. But other than that, I'm glad you came in here, Adios. Start donating since you say you're rich. Let me see. Why are you on YouTube?
Rich fans, Mr. Dubai.
Yeah. Let me see. He said poor children. He said, why are you saying poor children? My children are fine. My children are fine. They're watching TV. Okay, let me see. Okay, they should not let you go. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. It will be in the news. Okay, no, Conera is in the news. They have no time for me. Why are you on YouTube more than being a dad? My kids are fine. They're playing games and watching TV. Mr. Black Man, go be a dad for once. I'm only 1 hour on here, dog. Chill out. Leave YouTube. Go be a father. Now, do you have any kids? You don't have no kids. You telling me he don't spend no time for himself? Are you crazy? I go play basketball for 3 hours when my wife is here. Okay, so be quiet. Adios, you don't know what you're talking about. So thanks for joining me, Rad. Thanks for joining me, Rad. You can start your StreamYard tonight if you want it, or whatever you want. Okay? We could talk about that next time. Because I'm gonna talk about outpatient stuff. Because I think a lot of people are mentally ill and they're not receiving their care. They don't know how to.
Especially black people. Black people don't understand mental health.
Mm-hmm. And I got mine by, you can say, sort of by accident. Okay.
Exactly.
Next time I'll talk about that. But thank you very much, Rad, for joining my
no problem,
I love you all, but I hate the many of you. And I enjoy your conversation. You're the best. Oh yeah, Matios, you're the best NVC, most valuable commenter.
Only commenter.
Yeah, only means a big hole. That's a big hole in your ass. Okay. But faggots don't have big penises, though. You know, so
maybe he got lucky. Yeah. Maybe he got lucky and got one of those erectile dysfunction type dudes.
Yeah, the Viagra. The Viagra hillbilly. Okay.
He won't hurt him. He hid the Viagra from him, so he won't hurt him.
Yeah, man. All right, man. It's good to see y'all, and I'm glad y'all on here. I love you all, but I hate the menu. Same bad time. No, not same bad time, same bad channel. But I can't be on here too much. They got me on the lockdown 20 hours a month. I have to probably have to see
Carl, so y'all can be here. Y'all can follow his link and y'all can come to mine instead of his. That's how it can be.
Let's show it because they got me. They said, you know what they called me? The stream y'all called me. You are one of the. They gave me a message. I thought I won some money or some shit. You are one of the. Yeah, I should get something for using your shit. You are one of the elite. You can only use 20. You are going to your limit. I said, oh shit, thank you. Thank you for calling me elite, okay? Jesus Christ,
They
man.
practicing psychology on you. They practicing dark psychology.
Yeah, they probably
Here's the
tricking me in
thing.
that money.
Now,
You know, they
now,
want $25 a month. They want $25 a month. I said, get the hell out of here. 25. I'll probably pay $8 a month or something. I ain't paying all that.
exactly, man. Most I'll pay is $60 a year for a subscription, $60 and maybe $45 for internet. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, man. I'll talk to you later and keep in
Take it
touch.
easy, bro. I'm gonna go to the store. All right, we'll definitely message each other. I got a lot of shit to talk about, man. In the messages. All right. Take it easy.